Hello everyone and welcome to my 10,000 subscriber special. To say thank you for 10,000 subscribers, I wanted to give you guys one of my most requested videos, which is a tour of my personal Chuck E. Cheese and Rockafire Explosion collection. So I've laid everything out and I'm going to walk you guys through everything I've acquired over the last 3 years of collecting this stuff. We're going to start with kind of like a prize haul of all of the merch I have won at CEC with tickets over all the visits I've done, and then we will get into some of the more miscellaneous and non-merch items that I have. So let's get started. So nearly everything you see on your screen right now was won by me with my e-tickets at a Chuck E. Cheese location. Of course, I've been to 147 locations as of the time I am filming this collection tour, so I have played a lot of games. I get 100 points every single day, so I have won a lot of tickets, and then these are the prizes I've won at the various CECs I go to. I try to keep everything in mint condition. I keep everything in the packages. I keep the tags on everything. We'll start here at the bottom, and then we'll work our way up. I do remember where some of the stuff came from. However, I don't remember where all of it came from. I probably should have kept a better catalog of where all this stuff came from, but unfortunately I did not. So starting here at the bottom, we have this thing that changes. I do not remember where I got this from, but I've seen that a lot. These bookmarks, I remember specifically getting them at Portage, Michigan. All 6 came from the same place, and they have different designs on the front and the back, as you can see. So I have all the characters in those. Then I have this beach ball. This came from Fairview Heights, Illinois. I remember making a joke about the beach ball because it was snowing. I have some stickers here. I do not remember where these came from. I have 2 things of playing cards. These both came from Tupelo, Mississippi. That was the first time I saw those. I have the Crazy Aaron's Thinking Putty. Now this was something that CEC was doing for charity. You could buy one of these and it would go to a charity. However, I got this for free. Chucky gave me that as a gift, which was very nice. And we have this foam tic-tac-toe thing, and then this puzzle right here. We have a mini basketball, and then this other squishy ball. I don't remember where either of the, this might have come from a location in Virginia. I can't remember for 100%. Then we have all 4 of the mini spikies. I do remember the blue one came from Annapolis, and I believe the red and the purple came from Albemarle Road in Charlotte. However, I do not remember where the green one came from. That was the first one I got. After that, we have the Chuck E. Cheese crayons. They came from Greensboro, North Carolina. This chalk set, which I do not remember getting that. Then I have the Chuck E. Cheese Big Rig right here with the characters on it. This came from York, Pennsylvania. Then I have the mini figures of the characters. I lost Chucky's. I have no idea where his ended up, but I did used to have his. But I probably could get these still, again, at a location. I do not really remember where those came from, unfortunately. I have these 2 whistles. I got these recently, but I also do not remember where those came from. These both came from Puerto Rico. I got these at Carolina. This is all I could afford, this bookmark and then this sticker right here. Then I have these bracelets. I got these from a location in Virginia. Then we have my 4 cubes. They do not make a Bella or Pasquale cube, so I have all 4 of them. Munch and Helen came from Princeton, New Jersey, and Chucky and Jasper came from, let's see, Fairfax, Virginia. Then we have my Bootacular Chuck E. Cheese plush. This came from Mississauga, Dixie Road, my first visit. That was during Bootacular. Next, we have my Bella and Pasquale Big Heads. Pasquale I got in West Virginia the first time I saw him. And then Bella, I think, oh boy, I do not remember where Bella came from, honestly. I'm sorry. Then we have this Chucky plush. This was actually a gift from my boss. He found it at Goodwill and got it for me. It still had the tag and everything, so I was very happy about that. Got it for a lot cheaper than it goes for, I think, $6 or $7.99 in the store. Then we have the other 4 of the big heads. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on all of these. I do not remember where any of these came from. I can't believe it. That's so strange to me. I think, oh, no, I don't really remember. I'm sorry, guys. I also don't remember where these came from. My small cube keychains, they match these. They're just smaller, and then they are on a little keychain hook. Now, I do remember where all my big heads came from, because this was really the first thing I started collecting were these big heads. Jasper was the first one I got. He came from Edison, New Jersey. Then I got Munch second. He was a Christmas gift, but he came from Whitehall, PA. Chucky, actually, I think Chucky was the last one I got, or maybe it was Bella was the last one I got. I think I got Pasquale third. He came from Naples, Florida. Helen came 4th. She was from Pineville Matthews Road, Charlotte, North Carolina. Chucky was 5th. He came from Philadelphia, Roosevelt. And then finally, Bella was last, and she came from Mays Landing, New Jersey. And then finally here at the top, we have the 3 Jumbo Plush I have. I have not finished the collection of these yet, but Chucky came from Deptford, New Jersey, Jasper came from Wichita, Kansas, and Bella also came from Charleston, West Virginia with Small Pasquale. While we're on the subject of plush, I figured I'd show the last of what I have, which are the U2's dolls. Plush is not my favorite thing to collect. Like when I see it on eBay, I'm not really tempted to buy it at all. But I do get it in the stores, which is why I have all that Rockstar stuff, because I need to buy something with my tickets. And then I got these because I did unboxing videos for them, and they were limited edition, which I thought was cool. So first up, we have Rockstar Chuck. They actually called this one Modern Chuck E. Cheese there in the listing. This was actually the first one that came, though. This was Classic Chuck, which is PTT Chuck, and then on the back it says the E stands for Entertainment. He's wearing his derby hat, of course. Then the next ones that came out were Helen and Munch. Of course, these are their 90s designs. I liked both of those, so I got both of them. I keep the tags on everything once again. And then Jasper and Pasquale came out after. I didn't like Jasper, so I didn't get his. However, I did get Pasquale's because I liked his. Of course, he's wearing his checkered shirt and his apron, so I really liked his design. And of course, he has the tag as well. And then these are the only ones I got. After that, they started coming out with the Chucky and Friends, like cartoon ones. I didn't really care for those. And they also came out with Vampire Chuck, which was a version of this, which I didn't like either, so I didn't get that. So I only have 5 of the U2's collectible dolls. All right, so now that you've seen everything I've won from locations, let's start getting into some of the more miscellaneous stuff. Now, some of this is from the dumpster, some of this was gifted to me, and some of this I have bought. So I'll take you through everything I have here. I guess we'll start with the booths. These are my 2 booths that I have from Chuck E. Cheese. These both are from Why I'm Missing PA. I'm very happy to have these. This is my seating for the show. So when people come to watch Jasper, they sit down in the booths and then they have a great view of the animatronic. All right, now let's talk about what I have actually laid out here on the booths. So I have a bunch of different cards. I have some play passes and I have some staff passes. Now, the staff passes are from the dumpster at Why I'm Missing. I've actually given a bunch of them out. I keep them on me when I go to CEC, and I keep them at work. So then that way, when people recognize me, I have something to autograph and give them. So I'm starting to run a little low on these, but I do still have a few left. So if you see me, you can always ask for one. I usually have them on me. I have this Willy Wonka card here. This is from Tully Road. I kept this. I wanted to keep because it has Chucky down there in the corner. So glad to have that. I also have this mystery egg here. These were sold at Walmart. I think they still are. They haven't come out with another series yet. They're still in series 1. But I bought 2. One I opened up. I have a short of myself on the channel opening this up. And then I kept one sealed to hopefully resell someday. I did bring down a couple of the prizes that were in the other one. So like we have this squishy head. They had them of all the characters, but the other one had Chucky. I also have this fidget spinner. Every one of the things has this same fidget spinner. And then they also have these skateboards here, Chuck E. Cheese collection. And then this one was Pasquale's. This wasn't all that they had in there. They might have, I guess they, oh yeah, here's what you get in those. I didn't bring everything down. I have everything from the other one, but I'm keeping this one sealed. There's a couple of the things they have. Now we can talk about figures. Of course, the figures they sell now in the store are very cheap. However, they used to make really nice ones. This is a Rockstar action figure I got from an antique store. It was only $5. And then I have a bunch of figurines here. This one's a 90s one of Chucky playing basketball. And we have PTT Chuck here from 1983. This is also PTT Jasper here from 1983. And then the rest are 90s. We have Tux Chuck, Tux Pasquale, Football Chuck, Tux Helen. And then we also have Hockey Chuck here. And this one is actually a keychain. I also have some Billy Bob's Wonderland tickets here. They don't use these anymore. So I won the jackpot on Monster Drop at Billy Bob's Wonderland, and I took the tickets home. So I have a nice stack of those. Here's my token collection. Most of these tokens I got from games at CEC. Others were gifted to me, but I have all different years. I have a bunch of Rockstar ones, Avenger ones, and then I even have some really old ones. I think I also have my Billy Bob's Wonderland tokens in here. Here's one of my older ones. This one's 1995. Of course, everyone's seen tokens before. Here's one of my Billy Bob's Wonderland tokens. I think I have 4 of these. I keep them in here with my CEC tokens. All right, so here are 3 of my oldest tokens. I have this one, which is a Showbiz Pizza place right here. It's a really old one. Come for the pizza, stay for the fun. Then I have this one right here, 1990, with Tux Chuck on it, and then on the back it says Showbiz Pizza. So this is a little newer than the other one that said come for the pizza, stay for the fun, but it's still a Showbiz. And then I also have this one right here, which is another Tux Chuck, 1992. Unfortunately, I don't have any Pizza Time Theater tokens yet, but all 3 of these came from CEC, so I was glad to win those. Then I have my Why Missing carpet right here. I got this out of the dumpster. I have a bunch of it. A lot of it's in the garage because it's dirty, so I didn't bring it into the house. However, I did bring this piece in, and I cleaned it, and I cut it because I used it to make my memory box up here with a bunch of parts from Why Missing. So I have all that there with the tickets and tokens. 2000 for their opening, 2024 for their closing, and then the carpet, and then a play pass I got from their dumpster as well. The play pass was actually on here. This right here is Why Missing's old play pass stand. That's also from the dumpster. That third play pass that is in there used to be right here. Next up, we have a Rockstar Chuck Walkaround nose. This was a gift from a CEC employee. I'm not sure if they want to be named, so I'll keep them anonymous, but I definitely appreciated that gift there. I have a big bag of tickets. This is also from Why Missing. I kind of think these were the tickets they used in the ticket blaster that they threw in this bag and then threw in the dumpster, but I'm not 100% sure. Then I have this Munch cup with some designs on it. This is from 1993. My sister found this somewhere. I also have this cup right here. This was a gift from an employee at Annapolis, Maryland on my last visit there. He gave me something else, which I'll show you in a little bit. But I have that. That was never used. Then I have the Chuck E. Cheese Funko Pop. I feel like most collectors have one of these. This was actually something my sister found at a flea market for only $6, and she talked me down to $5. These go for a lot of money on eBay. I said I was never going to buy one online. However, she found one for cheap, which I was very happy about because I did not want to pay full price for that. I have this sticker book right here, which came from the dumpster at Why Missing. Most of the stickers are still in there. There were a couple missing, but it's still mostly intact. Next, I have some physical media show tapes right here. We have a Show 4 2020 and Show 1 2021. I may have just gotten these to rip the signals off of them, but at least I have the shows from these now digitized. Next, we have the Wii game, Chuck E. Cheese's Party Games. Never played this or anything, but the disc is in there, of course. I have some tickets here. Can't remember where these came from. They might have been from Tully Road when I won that Willy Wonka card over there. I also have this cookbook here, the Chuck E. Cheese cookbook. Of course, there's recipes in it for all the characters. I got this online. The reason I got this was to take to IAPA. I went to IAPA in 2024, and I brought this in case I ran into any of the executives. I wanted to have something for them to sign. Unfortunately, of course, I did not see any of them, but yeah. I still have the cookbook. Next over here, I have some stuff. Right here, this is a Why Missing C from the Studio C sign on the stage. This is from the dumpster. Of course, it was destroyed a little bit. I have my bobbleheads right here. We have the 5-character, 1 stage, whatever, character bobbleheads. Of course, it plays music. There's that. Then I have my Chuck E. Cheese bobblehead as well. I originally got this one, however, later I decided to get this one as well, so I have the set of those. Then I have my plates back here. I have at least 2 of every character. However, for whatever reason, I have a bunch of extra Munches, Jaspers, and Pasquales. For some reason, every time I went, I got more of those than any other character. They don't use these anymore, so I'm glad I have a nice stash of these. I have even more of them that I didn't bring down here because I know you guys get the point. You've seen these plates before, but I'm glad I have those. Over here, I have a couple vinyls. This is actually the first thing I ever collected right here. This is the first thing I got in my collection 3 years ago. This is the Beach Bear Do You Love Me and the Happy Birthday Medley vinyl from Showbiz Pizza Place. Of course, the vinyl is in there as well, as you can see. So this is the first thing I ever collected. I also got the original Dreams song from Showbiz vinyl as well that TerraVision did. I have not opened it, of course, keeping it new in package. So maybe that'll be worth a lot of money someday since it's a very limited release. But of course, there is the song list from both side A and B of the record. It's all Showbiz Pizza Place originals. Actually, it's not all Showbiz Pizza Place. Some of them are newer, like Carrie's Waltz and Sitting Too Long, but they're all originals. Then we have this from Why Missing's dumpster. It's the Rules of Conduct sign. It was spray painted, of course, and destroyed. I was able to get some of the spray paint off of Chucky up there, but very rough condition. All right, so I just swapped everything out for a new batch of stuff. So let's start right here with my Billy Bob mask. This is from an auction I won from Aaron Fector. The inside of it is signed by him. this was the last mask he had on his animatronic in the Jefferson building before he moved, and now he reset up his show, but he gave Billy Bob a new mask. So I have the old one, and it did come with the original head fur, which is a big reason why I wanted that. I thought the fur was really nice, so I have that. Next up, I have this clear Avenger Chuck pouch. And then inside were a couple different items. So I have this sticker of Chucky as an astronaut. And then I also have this word search right here. So this side says party word search, and it has a word search. And then this side has a picture of Chucky with tickets. And then there are the answers for the word search. Back here, I have a couple rolls of stickers from Why I'm Missing. This one is Very Important Parent. And then this one here is Birthday Star. So I have a lot of those stickers. And then over here, I have some different documents. So I have some different creative engineering brochures that I either got for free with stuff I bought from Aaron, or it was from the creative engineering booth at BillyCon last year. So here's this one. It has some different old pictures of the production process of different creative engineering animatronics. Then I have the Wolfpack 5 right here. It's a postcard. And then I have the Rockafire one. Then I have this booklet right here, also signed. He even signed that one for me. So this is one that I got with one of my purchases. This is one of the ones from the 90s when they were trying to sell the shows to the FECs. Back here I have this clipboard from Why I'm Missing, and on it is the salad bar layout standards, and then a couple other documents from the dumpster that I just leave on there. This is a flyer I got when I was at Port Orange for the grand reopening that night, and it has a coupon on it. I just held on to that. Then I have this Billy Bob folder right here, and in it I just keep a bunch of random documents like this French fries thing, and then a bunch of other things I've gotten from Aaron over the years, and then also some other stuff from Why I'm Missing that it's not really that valuable. I just don't want to throw it away. So I just leave those in that. And then I have my stuff from Pineville's grand reopening. So I have 2 pins right here. Of course, they look like the wink on Pineville's show. They were giving out at the grand reopening. And then I have my 2 posters that they also gave out. I framed them. This one I left blank. However, this one I got signed by my 2 heroes, bastions of creativity and tradition, Randy Forsyth and Mark Kupferman. They also had shirts at Pineville's reopening. However, unfortunately, I got there too late to get one of those, which was such a shame. I was so disappointed. Those shirts were awesome. I really wanted one, but unfortunately, I only got the poster and the pin. But with that, let's move on to the next batch of stuff. Next up, we have my Chuck E. Cheese cast member lanyard. This was given to me as a gift from an employee at Annapolis, Maryland. He was leaving the company. He was not going to transfer to the other location, and he was just going to throw this away. So he decided to give it to me instead, which I'm very happy about. It has 4 pins that he earned on it. We have the Star Cast Member of the Month, Kid Check Certified. This one right here, which I don't know what this one is. I'll look it up and I'll put it on the screen. And then this one right here with Jasper on it as well. And then I attached one of the staff passes I got from Why I'm Missing on it. He did not give me his because he still needed it because he had one more shift after I was there. So there is that. Next, we're going to talk about my CEC artwork. I currently have 3 main pieces of art that once hung on the walls of CEC. First, we have the wooden thumb chuck with the star cap. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. He wasn't sure which location this came from. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace as well. This came from Snyder Avenue in Philadelphia, the Ambassador of Fun from 2005. And then I also have the exit piece from the 2013 update. I got this from Braden when I visited his collection. I forgot to ask him which store this came from. I wish I would have, but I'm not sure. This one was a pain because this art is the perfect width to fit inside my car. However, these corners here made it too big and it was so hard to get in. And then on the way home, I got a flat tire. So then to get to the spare, I had to take it out of the car, and then I had to get it back in the car after the spare was put on. And then when I got home, it wasn't until 3 a.m. And then I'm outside getting eaten alive by bugs, struggling to get this thing out of the car. So this one was not very fun, but it's down here now, and I'm very happy to have it. So I have one 90s piece, one 2000s piece, and one 2010s piece. So that's a nice trio there. I also have a couple pieces of regulatory signage from the 2000s. I have this No Firearms Allowed sign and this Max Occupancy sign, which I got from Braden as well. All right, next up we have my applause signs. The top one, of course, is Rockafire Explosion, and the bottom one is Studio C. So I got the bottom one from the dumpster at Why I'm Missing. That was probably my biggest dumpster dive find from there. And then as for the top one, I asked Aaron Fector for one of those back in 2023, and it took about a year, but I did end up getting one from him, which I'm very happy about. As you can see, it does have some termite damage. However, it's happening, it counts. The top one does not work. The wire was cut. However, my Studio C one does work. It has an LED retrofit. However, I will put a picture of it on the screen. It looks very nice. So that one is in pretty much perfect condition. Now, I did used to have a couple other Rockafire items. I used to have a Rolf mask from 1983, and then I also used to have the Rolf and Earl Show Valance. Unfortunately, though, after I bought Jasper, I needed some money for the restoration, so I did have to sell both of those items from my collection. Next up, I have my Studio C Pizza Time clock. I'm not sure what location this came from. This was an impulse purchase, but I like having it. The neon does work, as you can see, and it looks great. Unfortunately, the hands do not work. The motor is burnt out, so if I ever want this to operate, it will need some restoration. But as you can see, it just plugs into the wall there. And yeah, there's my Pizza Time clock. All right, next up, we have my Avenger CEC Walkaround head. Now, this was not something I was in the market for. However, it was on Craigslist. It was a deal I could not pass up, so I did decide to purchase this. I got it from a guy about 4 hours away from me. He got it from someone else who was just going to throw it away. He took it, used it for Halloween one year, and then he just sat in his house until he listed on Craigslist, but he did not know the value of it, so I got a steal on that. So very happy about that, but he got it for free, so he still made money on it. This all looks good. He has the nose, he has his hat, which is in decent shape as well. The tooth is a little dirty, and then there is one little crack down here, but other than that, it's in very good shape. Very happy with it. And then in there, you can see it has all the stuff for the person to wear it. But yeah, there is my Avenger CEC Walkaround head. And last but not least, we have the largest item in my collection, the most amount of money I have ever spent on anything in my entire life, my original Pizza Time Theater Jasper T. Jowls Cyberamic character. As I've said before, this is from the Wichita, Kansas location. I bought it over a year ago, and it took about a year to restore, and here he is today. I've never really given you guys an up-close look at this, so that's what I'm going to do today and kind of walk you guys through the cosmetics and that kind of thing. So we'll start at the top here with this hat. Bought it on Amazon. It was white originally, and then someone painted it, and then we put this red ribbon around it. Try to make it look like the original. However, I don't have an original. It's a little smaller than it should be. I would love to have an original someday, but they're just so hard to find. Then we have the mask. This is a reproduction mask. Wichita's original mask was destroyed. This one was made by Rockafire Moon. And then we have his eyelids. Now, he did not come with eyelids. I bought these from CEC Cyberamic. Shout out to him. These are original Pizza Time Theater eyelids. And just repainted them, sanded them, repainted them, and fixed the crack in the one, but you can hardly see it. I think they look very nice. And, you know, needed a new eyelid cylinder. The original one was bent, so it took some work to get the eyelids on this working again. I wasn't sure if I was going to have eyelids, but luckily it worked out. Now I'm going to open up his eyelids so you can see his eyes. All right, so now you can see his eyes. His eyeballs are original. They came with the animatronic. They were sanded and repainted because they were a mess before. I only had one of the original irises. The other one fell off. Now, even though I did get one of the original irises, both of these are new old stock that are currently on him. What happened was the one that came with him was this one, and it was mounted way too high. He was looking up, he was looking straight here, and then this one was looking up too high. So it looked really bad. I'll put a picture of it so you can see it was very noticeable. I didn't like it at all. So the original iris that was on this one had to be taken off, and it was super glued on, so it did have to be destroyed, unfortunately, in order to get that thing off. So here are the pieces of the original iris down here. You can see what that looked like. The new ones look just like it. They're not as glossy. Like, these are a little more matte. The original was glossy, but you can't really tell when, you know, the stage lighting is on and all that stuff. But now the eyes are both looking straight, which looks a lot better, I think. I thought the sacrifice of losing that iris was worth having the two look good and look the same way. Every time I watched a video of this originally, all I was looking at were that the eyes were all messed up. So I'm glad they look good now. His mouth cylinder is leaking, unfortunately. As you can see, I can open his mouth. I shouldn't be able to do that. He's aired up, but the cylinder's leaking. It's been really hard to get a new one made. Really struggled. I've been waiting months. This thing's been apart for months. I've been at 10,000 subscribers for months, and I haven't been able to make this video. I felt really bad about it, so the old one just went back on, and now I was able to make this video. His gloves are the only original cosmetics that are currently on him. These are Cowan Costumes gloves, so they look good as new. Really, both of them are in great shape. His shirt and his bandana are reproduction. These were made by Craymations. He did a very nice job with them. He reached out to me and asked to borrow my original cosmetics because the shirt and bandana from Wichita did come with the purchase, and I agreed, so I sent him those, and then he made his patterns and then also made these for me. For whatever reason, when he sent me the reproduction cosmetics, he did not send me my originals back, so I don't have those to show you today. His banjo is a real one that I've owned since I was little. I always wanted to play the banjo, but I never did, so it just sat, and then I took the back off and put the front here on Jasper. So there's the banjo, and then the shirt did not reach the box, so those are a pair of my sister's jeans. She wears baggy clothing, so her jeans were cut, and then they fit on there. So that fills the gap. Wichita's Jasper wore overalls in the store, however, I really didn't care for that look, so I didn't want him to have that in my private collection. You know, I want him to look how I want him to look, you know. So this was designed to be a replica, just shorter of the road stage box that Jasper was on at Wichita. Just a little smaller to fit this space. I have a whole video about how this was made on my channel, which I will put up in the iCard if you want to see more about this. But the entire thing is reproduction. Nothing here is original. So I think that turned out very good as well. Now, a bunch of the cylinders on my animatronic need to be replaced. However, I do still have the originals. So this one right here that says Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza is the head up cylinder, the old one that was replaced. Then I have this one right here. This was for the body turn. This one was leaking. This one right here was the eyelid cylinder. It was bent, as you can see, so there was no way that one was ever going to work again. And then, of course, the old mouth cylinder, which started leaking. This was still in use when I did the reveal. However, soon after that, it started leaking, so this had to be replaced as well. I also have half of the pancake eye turn cylinder. The other half was rebuilt, and it is still in the bot. However, this half was replaced. However, I did keep it, and it's right here. So yeah, that's about it for my collection as of June 2026. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. I really appreciate all of your support. And now to close us out, here's a performance by Jasper, Dog Jammin' from January 1994.
Attention all you puppy dog enthusiasts! Every once in a while we bring to our very own dog casting system some very special guests. So put your paws together for some of Jasper's pals, the Canine Crew! Well, I'm dog jamming with my dog buddies, and our bark has such a bite. Well, I'm dog jamming with my dog buddies, we've been known to jam all night. Dog jamming, the Canine Crew. Dog jamming, we're jamming with you. Dogs come in every color, shape, and size, with long wavy tails and big brown eyes.
Dog is fun as a barrel full of monkeys.
Gather up your frisbee and throw it in the air.
A high jumping collie will be catching it there.
Put your Irish setter in the car for a ride.
You can bet a Bo he'll have his nose outside.
Dog jamming. Yeah, we love to run and play till the sun goes down. Chase the neighbor cats all over town. We'll even chase a tail and we'll ball with the rest. We're chasing down the mailman's always the best. Anytime it's mealtime for the doggy persuasion, we're always very hungry on every occasion. We mostly eat dog food, but may I say, we'd rather have it go have it any old day. Well, I'm dog jamming with my dog buddies, and our bark has such a bite. When I'm dog jamming with my dog buddies, have you ever have a dog?
Hey, I had a goldfish once.
Yeah, but when you're away from home, you really need a dog. I mean, who ever heard of a watch fish?